So thank you for coming to 4:30 meditation today. Today we're going to explore meditating with our eyes open. And so there are a couple of things, a couple of pointers that I'd like to give before we get started in the meditation. Firstly, just allowing your gaze to rest in front of you like that. Find a comfortable place for your eyes to rest like that. And when we meditate with our eyes open, we're not focusing on any particular object or item in the visual field, but rather experiencing the visual field sort of as a play of shadow and color and light, like that. So we don't label anything. You know, the habit of the mind is to label whatever's in the visual field. Blue, red, feet, person, eyeglasses, flower. Our eyes go through the room and map it out as habit. So when we meditate with our eyes open, we're trying to actually unplug that habit of labeling the visual field, and rather just allowing the visual field to hang there, almost as if it was a tapestry hanging in front of your eyes, like that. And so then we'll rest in the experience of seeing, just being with the experience of seeing whatever's in front of us, like that. And then there'll be thoughts coming and going, and so just labeling those thoughts, thinking, coming back to the visual field. Now, if you notice your awareness starting to focus on a particular shape, color, object in the visual field, that is also thinking. You can also label that thinking, and then allow your gaze to expand out from the point of focus. Let's say I'm focused on a color there, then allowing my gaze to expand out from that to include all of the visual field, including the peripherals, like that. So you want to be able to experience the whole visual scape, if you will, like that. Then we'll add the experience of sound, and then we'll add if you can, adding the body and then the breath, like that. Now that can be a lot of sensory experience to hold: visual field, aural field, breath, and body. So you might notice awareness then starting to shift around. That's normal. Again, just when you notice that happening, just allowing awareness to expand back out to include all of the present moment. Now, if that's not comfortable, that's fine too. I'm very flexible. So if you want to just rest in the visual field and including the sounds and just stop there, that's fine too. That's a good practice. That's a lot of awareness already. And then noticing the thoughts coming and going like that. But for the guided purposes, I will include the breath and the body as well. Now, something very important to pay attention to in the visual field is the quality of empty space. We often overlook the emptiness, right, in the room. But it's actually the emptiness that allows the objects to be in the room, right? It's what gives the room the value. But we're so hypnotized typically by the objects within the visual field that we forget about the space. And it's actually the same in the sense of hearing too. We're generally so hypnotized by the sounds and what the sounds are giving us that we lose touch with the silence, like that. And so going through the visual field, noticing the empty space. When we go to the aural field, noticing the backdrop of silence as well. Okay. Clear? Okay. So I'll ring the bell and we will start into the visual field. So do start with your eyes open. Now, as we go through the meditation, again, that might be uncomfortable for some. So if you feel like you want to close your eyes when we add the hearing, you can do that. But I do recommend exploring the challenges of keeping the eyes open and hearing the sounds and feeling the body. What we're doing there is allowing awareness to grow larger and larger and larger. And there's quite a bit of benefit in that, because then as our awareness gets larger and larger and larger, annoyances, irritations get smaller and smaller and smaller. So one of the great benefits of expanded awareness meditation. Okay, ready to go? Jump in the water? Okay, good. So I'll ring the bell. So allowing the body, mind, and heart to rest into this present moment experience of meditation. And we start today's meditation exploring the visual field, allowing the gaze to rest, finding a comfortable spot for your eyes, not focusing on any one particular object or item in the visual field, but rather taking in the entire visual field into awareness. If you notice your mind starting to label or map out the visual field, you can let that go. That's just thinking. Return to the actual experience of the shadows, and colors, and lights within the visual field. Allowing awareness to be open throughout the visual field, experiencing from the corner of the eye to the center of the eye to the other corner of the eye. Again, not focusing on any particular object. Just be in the experience of seeing. And if your mind is thinking, remember, you can just let those thoughts go. Label the thoughts thinking. Return back to the experience of the visual field. And in addition to the shadow, color, and light within the visual field, pay close attention to the quality of empty space. When you look at the emptiness quality in the visual field, it might seem as if the objects hang suspended in that emptiness. again, allowing the thoughts to go, allowing the gaze to relax, and experiencing the entire visual field as a rich tapestry of shadow, color, light, and space. And just rest with that. While maintaining awareness on the visual field from the corner of the eye to the center of the eye to the other corner of the eye. Include into the field of experience the sounds of the present moment. Noticing the bird songs, noticing the crickets, the sound of the fan, there's a very distant bass beat, the sound of my voice, and as it is in the visual field, don't focus on any one sound, but allow your awareness to experience all of the sounds, all at the same time, as one field of sound. And in addition to the sounds, paying close attention to the still silence which surrounds the present moment. You might notice how this still silence acts as if it's a backdrop upon which the universe orchestrates the soundtrack of the present moment. And so, allowing yourself to rest, experiencing the visual field, the play of shadow, color, light, and space. experiencing the aural field, the sounds and the backdrop of silence. Each time you become distracted by thoughts, you can label those thoughts thinking, returning back to the present moment experience, grounding awareness in the experience of sight, the experience of sound. If you notice awareness focusing on a particular sound or object in the visual field, that's okay, that's normal. Just allow awareness to expand back out from what you're focused on to include the entire visual field, all of the sounds, all of the silence. Now, while maintaining open, spacious awareness on the play of shadow, color, light, and space of the visual field, the sounds and silence in the aural field, allow awareness to expand again to include the sensations of clothing resting against the shoulders, noticing clothing moving across the body to adjust with the rising and falling with the breath. Noticing the weight of the body against the mat, cushion, or chair. Sensations of clothing against the legs. The arms resting against the body. The hands resting against the body or touching each other. The feet against the mat or the floor. Perhaps also noticing a gentle breeze brushing by the hair or the skin. Sensations arising in the face, the ears, the neck, the throat. Allow yourself to rest in the experience of the present moment. Including the sensations of the body, silence and sound, shadow, color, light, and space. And just rest. You might notice awareness focusing on a particular sensation or sound or object. But much like balancing poses in yoga, you can find the balance point in the middle of experience. Allow yourself to find that balance in between the visual field, the sound and silence, sensations of the body, and just rest. if you can, invite into awareness the sensations of the breath. The breath entering the nose, touching the back of the throat. The expanding and contracting of the rib cage, the rising and falling of the abdomen. The back moving out and in with each breath. The rising and falling of the shoulders. Rest in the field of experience. Sight and sound, sensations of body and breath. Just rest. If awareness collapses down on a particular sound or item in the visual field or sensation, just allow awareness to expand back out, vast and open like the blue sky. Resting with the play of shadow, color, light, and space. allowing sounds to cascade through the silence of awareness. Sensations of body from the top of the head to the bottoms of the feet. The breath from the nose to the abdomen to the nose. Just rest.